Hey everyone, this is Mayur. Welcome to ML Works. In the previous video, I theoretically spoke and talked about virtual environment and why should we use one. And we also saw the commands for creating a virtual environment. And in this video, we'll just see how to implement that. So currently, I have this Visual Studio IDE, and currently I have Python version 3.6.9. So what I'll do is first to create a virtual environment, what you need is a library called as VENV, virtual environment, which basically means, and there are other libraries also, virtual ENV or Conda. You can use any of those libraries as well to create a virtual environment. So I am using VENV. So how to install this first? Sudo apt install Python 3 hyphen v e and v. So since I'm using Ubuntu, I'm using this particular command. For Windows and Mac, it will be different. So I'll share that in description actually, how to create virtual environment on which package is required. Okay. So once we click this, okay. So already I have this particular package installed. Okay. Now once this is created, I'll using this environment Python 3 VNV, I'll create a virtual environment. So not source. First is Python 3 hyphen m VENV and my virtual environment. My virtual ENV. Okay, so I created one virtual environment. So to use this particular environment, I'll go to source, my virtual environment bin activate. So I'm inside the virtual environment now. Now I can install some packages like what Python 3.7 or 2.7 something. Okay, if I want to install, I can do that. Pip install something called as text blob. Okay, I'm installing this particular package. Okay, once this is installed, okay, let's see. Uh, pip list. Yeah, if you see here, we have this text blob library here, 0.17.1. Okay, now this is an what encapsulated or isolated environment for your what project. Now, if I deactivate this particular environment, I'm coming out of it, and I'm seeing pip list. Probably we should not have text blob here actually. So xt, we don't have any library with t. Okay, this is since I also have multiple versions of Python inside my base environment, right? This is pip, and I also have pip3 list. Okay, here also I don't have. Okay, so basically, I created an environment. Inside that, I installed a package which is not visible outside. So it is encapsulated inside that particular environment. And now, one thing I have to talk about is if I want to install one package here which is not compatible, as I shown earlier, the Python version which I'm using now, Python 3, Python version is 3.6.9. And if I want to install some package like Python 3 hyphen m pip install, I want to install Detectron 2. Okay. So if I want to install Detectron 2, I have to give the GitHub path of that particular repo. Mm, okay. So I'm just taking that particular path of that particular repository. Okay. So I have done that, and we'll see why I want to what show this particular piece of line actually. See, I'm currently using Python 3, which is 3.6.9, and I'm trying to install Detectron 2 library, and which is not supported by 3.6. So if I want to use Detectron 2, I have to what either remove this 3.6.9 and install 3.7 because Detectron 2 supports 3.7 and above. Okay. So for that, instead of what removing 3.6.9, what I can do is I can create a virtual environment, which I have shown earlier, right? My virtual environment, and inside that environment I can install Python 3.7 using sudo apt install Python 3.7 and go forward with installation process. So this is how virtual environment help us in what when you want to work with different types of what Python binaries, right? 2.7, 3.7, 3.6.9. So you can create virtual environment and you can go ahead with your work. Instead of what removing another package or creating a conflict between packages, you can create virtual environment and go ahead with your work. I hope you understood what I did here. And is there anything else I have to cover? Anything else? I guess I am done actually. Thank you.